Should people be allowed to own exotic animals such as monkeys, tigers, wolves, reptiles of that certain extent of nature? Okay, every year, a variety of sources provides millions of animals to the exotic pet trade, usually through the black market or through capture of that animal and sent to a zoo. Animals are captured from their native habitats and usually transported to various countries, as so to say South America, Asia. They usually are sold as pets. Others are surplus animals from zoos or their offspring. Backyard breeders also supply exotic animals. According to Born Free USA, exotic animals such as lions, tigers, wolves, reptiles, non-human primates, and usually non-human primates would be exotic or a certain extent to be dangerous to a family's needs. They belong in their natural habitat and not in the hands of private individuals as pets. By their very nature, these animals usually are very wild and potentially dangerous, and as such do not adjust well to their environment in a closed habitat where an exotic handler would be. According to PETA, the first animal would be a tiger, and usually tigers, what they need to do to survive would be in areas with dense vegetation. So basically, not so to say dry, but like a mild level habitat. They need to be access to water and large toothed prey such as deer or certain animals in that environment that are close to the mammal of the deer. The exact habitats are the different subspecies of tigers, and they live in varies, although they generally live usually in forests, like South America. The next animal would be a wolf. Wolves are strict carnivores, and to stay alive, all animals usually need to eat a certain amount of food a day to stay alive and be healthy, and they usually require to eat some sort of food to provide nutrients for their body. Wolves do not kill for sport, so wolves usually kill for survival. They're not such as an animal that would attack unusual prey. They would have to be in their certain life cycle or their little food pyramid of that animal. Wolves are scavengers and are hunters. Will usually eat anything from large mammals to small rodents. So as large animals would be usually, if they're in the city, if they move into the city, it'd be like a dog or a cat or rats, or usually small animals such as like an otter or something. The next animal that would be considered an exotic pet, usually in America, would be the monkey. Monkeys usually eat twigs and dry bark, may be part of their diet as well. Most monkey species, though, wait until the dry season when their other sources of food have disappeared. This usually is the change in climate or the change of season, so to say. Then they will eat what they have in order to survive. Many trees have sap, and that too will be something for them to consume. A monkey needs to consume a certain amount of food a day to be healthy, such as the wolf and the tiger both need, which is why an exotic animal like them do not need to be in a closed environment to a certain exotic pet holder. Born USA is a non-profit advocacy organization that strives to end the ownership of wild animals. There has been documented cases of exotic animals. Over 1,500 attacks have happened on humans that are exotic pet handlers. And this includes 75 human deaths that animals have killed, from ranging to infants, newborn babies, and upper adults that have been attacked. Escapes and other incidents involving exotic pets. Usually when the animal escapes, it usually outgrows their habitat, and sometimes the pet handler doesn't have that experience, so to say, to keep that animal in a certain environment. Most exotic animals are very expensive to handle, and this would consume a lot of money and the time and care for that animal. With the unnecessary care for this exotic animal, such as a monkey, green anaconda, or say like reptiles, of course, of that nature, you'd have to spend a lot of time and to take care of their needs. And if those needs aren't taken care of, those certain exotic animals can show potential high risks and dangers of aggression. Usually when a wolf or a snake is in breeding season, they tend to get more aggressive and more territorial. So if an animal or a human or a little baby were to walk up on an exotic animal that has been in its habitat all day, it could potentially be harmed or potentially be killed. The main animal in Florida that is most exotic is usually an anaconda or a ball python, and usually these animals can get very big. And most cases are when infants are killed by these snakes. These snakes usually will spread their body, and usually most exotic pet handlers don't think so much of it, but the snake is usually measuring up the baby and sizing it up for its prey. And the baby usually is killed, harmed, and that exotic pet is usually dumped, and that's why there's such a huge snake problem in Florida right now. Many animals just get dumped out because they can't take care of them anymore. In most of those cases, they tend to be bad. But in conclusion, many exotic pet handlers do not have the experience and resources to take care of that animal properly, and exotic animals should stay in their natural habitat.